Hello everyone, this is Donna from Even the Scales, and I'm on my channel right now just to get some evidence of the woman's abuse downstairs. As you can see, she's sending dust into my home through her rigged range hood, and she's actually doing this so that the dust can be seen falling from the roof at this time, because she knows that. She watches my every move and she stalks me according to my movements in my home. And she also has an audience watching into my home illegally also along with her. And she does this for attention from them. She's also being paid to try and abuse me to death. And she's also doing it to humiliate and degrade me in my home. That's one of the reasons she does this, so that the dust can be seen falling on me when I'm in this area of the house. This woman is supporting abusers. She's supporting pedophiles. She's supporting men who carry out violent crimes on women. She's supporting abusive landlords. I mean, she's been hired by this landlord, who is St George Community Housing, to try and abuse me to death in my home. And it's not working out for him. So this woman tries to force this to happen every day. She tries to force my death. She's very much capable of murder. I mean, you've only got to go back on my channel and see that. This woman's tampering with the air I'm trying to breathe in my home. What you can see there is pieces of the insulation falling down out of the roof. It's synthetic fibres. That's what it is. And my home is absolutely blanketed in this stuff. It is. It's all over my home. And that's because she's been doing this for months and months and months. And this woman, she is addicted to stalking me. She's addicted to causing me harm. It's her life. It's all she does with her time. She does nothing else whatsoever but stalk me in my home and abuse me. And not only that, she's watching my heartbeat on a monitor as she does all this. For anyone that doesn't know, this is being done because it's all a part of a justice system cover-up. I've already dealt with the police stalking me for the past... They've been stalking for about, well, since around 7, 8 o'clock last night. They have been stalking me on and off, and they're doing that to let the neighbours know that it's okay to abuse me. So they did that not long ago. And there's also, I mentioned there's people viewing into my house illegally that this landlord's taking money from to watch me be put through cruelty. I also put up a post this morning about my family members who have teamed up with all of these people to put me through this abuse, to try and have me abused to death so that they can steal my life. These family members have stolen my entire legacy, inheritance and life from me. They have pillaged on every single part of my life that they could possibly take. They have taken, right down to my personal journaling notes and the wisdom that I have acquired from the many years of abuse that this family has put me through. They even stole that. So there's nothing this family hasn't stolen from me. I've been going through domestic violence in my life for years and years. It's been more intense over the past 10 years dealing with this family. And if it wasn't for them stealing my life and legacy from me, I wouldn't have had to go through any of this. I shouldn't be living this life. But what they're actually doing, they're stealing my life to avoid their own karma. I am like the family scapegoat. I reported a pedophile in that family in 2020. There's also another family I was connected to that I've where I've reported, well, I haven't reported crimes about that person, but I've spoke about them. And justice has been held up for those people because the corrupt members of the justice system are involved in this. My family had corrupt members of the justice system that they are associated with and connected to. And those corrupt members of the justice system have been obstructing me from receiving the justice that I deserve, because all of these people are trying to avoid karma. So they're using me for their scapegoat. And when I say karma, I mean their punishment for their crimes. Not only on what they've committed against me, but these are people who abuse to get ahead in life. So they're trying to avoid karma by making me their scapegoat, and this is what they've done for the past 10 years at least. So I want justice. I do. I want justice for what this family's done. I want justice for what the Campbelltown Police have done, because they have had a lot to do with those investigations being held up. They are encouraging these neighbours to put me through abuse. My landlord, St George Community Housing, also teamed up with these people they took bribes to try and have me abused to death. So it's so, the imbalance of power is just ridiculous. What's happening here is that it's hundreds and hundreds of people against one person trying to force my death so that they don't have to be held accountable for their crimes. And there's so many people involved in this, and this is the problem. They just think if they can just get rid of me, like I'm their problem, because I want justice and I deserve justice. Clearly there's something wrong. There's something very wrong here with the system, with what's going on here in Campbelltown, New South Wales. There's no order here. There's no law. It's chaos. And that's because the Campbelltown Police are corrupt. So I have no idea why the leadership of this town, other leadership, are not stepping in and putting a stop to the environmental crimes that are going on here, or the abuse that I'm being put through, because what's happened here can be classed as a crime against humanity. And I have no idea why they are sitting back watching this happen, and it's not like they don't know. They've watched this happen for 20 months at least, and they've watched me go through cruelty in my home. Months and months and months of severe torture, harassment and abuse in my home, just so that these abusive people can try and escape their punishment for their crimes. One of these people is a cop who has committed violent crimes against women. So he's one of the people that has been obstructing me from getting justice. He's had a lot of control over my life for many, many years. And he's helped this family avoid their karma. He's told lies to get people on his side about me. My family have also told lies to stop me getting any help. And because the systems involved here in Campbelltown, I mean, there's members of the health system, there's members of the justice system that are involved in this. I've had all my essential services taken away from me. Like, I don't feel safe because I can't go to the law like other people to get help, because the law here in Campbelltown is trying to end my life. And that's why they're encouraging these neighbours. There is an implant that has been implanted in my body that monitors my heartbeat by the health system too. These people went to extremes. And they've done this to other people in the past and gotten away with it. So they're watching my heartbeat on a monitor as they carry out this abuse. And if these people see me calm, they panic. And they all start working as this group. It's only the lowest of the low lives that are still involved in this here in Campbelltown, New South Wales. Most of the abuse has stopped. But when the police see that I'm not being abused, they will deliberately stalk to let the neighbours know that it's okay to abuse me. And now there's this woman downstairs who's mentally disturbed as it is, who's a cruel sadist who gets enjoyment out of watching me suffer. And so do these other neighbours. They're natural abusers who the landlord has employed to try and abuse me to death in my home. And they all watch my heartbeat, trying to make me have a heart attack. So it's attempted murder. What this woman was just doing by sending that dust through is attempted murder. And this woman is so smug because she has the Campbelltown police supporting her. So this is where I need help here. I'm a good person. I've done nothing to deserve this. This is all happening because of abusive men and the abusive women like this woman downstairs who support these disgusting men who commit crimes on children, innocent children, and women who are vulnerable. Women who are alone. Women who... And when they commit these crimes, they make sure the woman is defenceless. They do. So they're disgusting cowards, these men, and they need to be stopped because otherwise they're going to keep getting away with this. I don't want my grandchildren ever going through anything like I'm going through, and that's why I keep going every day, is for them. Because I know what the men in my family are like. And I know that if this continues, that the children in my family are going to be the ones who suffer even more than they already have because of this. They outcasted me from the family because I was the only one that had morals. I was the only one who stood up against these men. That's why they had to get rid of me. The women in my family support these men because they're getting everything they want. They stole my inheritance. They stole my life. And there's a lot of jealousy going on there in that family. So I do not want my grandchildren to go through anything like... And it's not just my immediate family, it's extended family members too. And there's corrupt members of the system in my family as well that have helped. You know, this is a huge network of people. They need to be stopped. People are probably dying, good people. They're being abused to death in their homes because of these kinds of networks of people that work together to do this kind of thing. So once again, I want to thank the woman downstairs for doing what she just did, because what she's doing is she's starting a chain reaction. She is. I'm just sticking up for myself. I deserve to breathe clean air in my home. And I'm going to protect the air in my home no matter what I have to do. I pay rent here. I'm a good tenant. I'm probably one of the best tenants. There's me and another lady in these blocks. We're good tenants. We are. We're the only ones up this end. I don't know too much about the other end, but up this end, we mind our own business. We don't harm anyone. And these people that I have around me, most of them, they've all been being paid by this landlord. They've been getting cheap rent or something like that, or they've been being paid to try and abuse me. It's not just this woman downstairs. There's 2 other neighbours that can tamper with my air, and there's also other neighbours around here that try every day to do little things to try and psychologically abuse me. And people need to know this is going on, because how many other people has this landlord done this to? St. George Community Housing. They don't have any rules at that place. There's no rules. There's nothing to protect the tenants. They do what they like. They make up their own rules. These people were also expecting a lump sum when I pass away. These people play this if they could have got me to pass away. But that's never going to happen. It's not. Because what they're actually doing is they're actually helping me to just continue to stand up and speak about what's happening here. Now, I'm never going to give up. And the more this goes on, the better I learn to deal with the stress. So that's what's happened. And yes, it is the bottom of the barrel people that are still involved in this. That's all. These people need to be seen because they're the ones that are capable of murder. They're the ones who are abusive. They're the ones who are cruel. They're the ones who don't care about children. They're the ones who don't care less about the next generation. They don't care about anything. They don't care about the wildlife. They don't care about the environment because this woman downstairs, all she cares about is money. That's what she wants. She wants that lump sum of money, and this woman's willing to abuse her neighbour to death to do that. So, yeah, she needs to be removed from society. She does, because that is a dangerous person, and she's getting away with it because the Campbelltown police, they come along and they stalk and they encourage her, and she's mentally disturbed. And yes, they're abusing my oxygen that I'm trying to breathe. So when this woman is caught, she's never going to get out of jail. She's tampering with the air I'm trying to breathe. She's stalking me illegally on illegal cameras that the landlord has placed in my home. She's also tracking my vehicle. She's also watching my devices illegally. And she's watching my heartbeat as she carries out abuse to see if I'm going to die today. So, yeah, she's never getting out of jail. Same with the other neighbours that have been involved in this. They all work together as a group. They can all see into my home illegally, and they can all watch my heartbeat. So they all know what's going on all the time. This is the police, the Transport New South Wales workers, the abusive men that are still involved in this, and these neighbours and this landlord and my family. They're all viewing into my home illegally. There's also other people viewing into my home that have put me through so much abuse, different organisations that have got involved in this and helped and been bribed to harm me. They are also viewing into my home illegally right now, just hoping and praying that I die. And some of these people are from big organisations, well known. So that's what this landlord's doing. That's what's happening here in Campbelltown, New South Wales. This morning there was noise and pollution attacks going on. They go on just about every morning and every night, and they happen around my movements. The moment I wake up, this device that's implanted in my body tells these people when I've woken up, and they start the noise attacks and the pollution attacks. It's just to show that they have that control over me, that they're watching me, and it's supposed to make me give up on life. It's supposed to make me not want to get out of bed today, but no, it's actually doing the opposite. It's actually helping me to get up out of bed. It's actually helping me to speak more truth about this. So that's all that's going to keep happening too. It's never going to be any other way, because these people are trying to keep society stuck in the past somewhere. They don't want to move on. They can't accept I'm not dead. But they're going to. They're going to have to accept that this didn't work. And I don't care how many of you there are. I don't. If there's anyone out there that can help me get justice here, please help me. I can't just go to any lawyer or anyone for help for that matter, because every time I've done this, the justice system go ahead of me because they're watching my devices, they watch everything I do, and they go to those people and they tell them lies so they won't help me, or they offer them bribes. And it's the same with, I've been to other organisations too that are meant to help people in situations like this. I've seen that organisation help other people for much lesser matters. But they didn't help me. So I have no help. The Campbelltown Police are involved. My family are involved. The landlord's involved. Most of the town have been involved in this, although a lot of them have stopped carrying out abuse. A lot of them are still putting me through intense abuse whenever they get the chance, because they just can't accept. So yeah, if there's anyone that can help me raise public awareness, please help me. You wouldn't only be doing me a favour, you'd be doing your country a favour and your children. If there's anyone out there that can help me in any way, contact me on the email that will be attached to this video. I will also attach videos to this one that will show you what some of the things that have gone on here in Campbelltown, New South Wales over the past 20 months as a part of this abuse. Thank you very much for listening, and have a good day.